So, Nich Maitri or Nich Bachwai, Nich Maitri for those who are just waking up. Nich Bachwai for those ones that's been up since, I don't know, since before the sun. I'm no morning person, so I can just sit here and tell you that I'm just barely moving around myself. So
I woke up at 7:30, but then I slept until like 8:41.
Excuse me. So before I forget this, John, I was on the phone with my dad earlier. When we were talking about, I was letting him know about the meeting yesterday. He was at home. He was out there at Mackay, so he was busy yesterday. So that's why he missed out. But I asked him about saying like next week, and that was he said to use the word kaikiao. You know, the yao referring to the week, like the next week. You know, so that's how we did that one. And for same with like next year, he said the unwim yao. Unwim yao.
That?
I think it's just a regular I unwim whim on that part. But he also just referred to even that word unwim itself as like last year or even next year. It just depending on context, but to make it more understandable, he said to use the yao in there to refer to the next year. So, but unwim could also, I said it has two definitions of like last year or next year. You know, it's depending on how you use it, I guess. Let's see what else did I ask him about? So next week, next year, something else too.
Next month.
I think next month would probably be to use the yao again for the month al yao. I think that'd be the. Yeah, I think I'd probably use the same term. I'm assuming I didn't ask him about that one, but given how the rest of them are looking, I would imagine that month would be no different.
Apologies. Al-Khaykh or Al-Khaykh?
Al-Khaykh.
Okay, so like that.
Yeah, like that. I'm stressing from. Yeah, me myself. I'm not a stickler really on stresses myself. You know, I'm not. I tried getting when I like my second or third year, they were trying to get me to I need to really imply put those in there in my writings when I'm teaching class. That I spent pretty much most of the class period just trying to figure out the stress on like 4 words the whole time. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. It's just too much work right now. I'm just a language instructor. I'm not a linguist. So I'm not gonna sit there and rack my brain. The stress is right here. No, it's not over here. It's just no. This is the way I hear it. This is how it's said. So.
I feel you, but I can say as a linguist myself, it's hard to figure out too.
Yeah. It's just. It's just my opinion. It's just my thoughts on it. I don't think it's very, important really. Well, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, for bringing our language back, yeah, for people that come through our area, our countries, as visitors, they just pass through to have that on there as signs and stuff. Yeah, it's cool. But to have in our own readings, if it's just local, I don't think it's very that much important. Because because my example is always, look at the English translations right there. Do you see these stress marks, and is that a long E or a short E? Things like that. Do you see that? Is it? It's next year. You don't see a stress mark over the E. Or a week. You don't see the stress mark over the first E. You don't see those. And you don't see it's on next week. It's a short U with a stress mark, and the it's the long marks, and you know what, you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just you don't see that. You learn it by hearing it growing up, by spoken word. So that's my mentality on it, my thoughts. I don't put the stress marks in there. I'll write the word, but I'll share it how it's said. You get the idea where the stresses are later on. But it's just a word. You're trying to use the word itself. No, I can't remember. There's just so many things that we go over. I can't remember where we left off last week.
And I'm confused myself because I was looking at the notes from 2 weeks ago. If you give me a
Annie,
second.
do you remember what we went over last week? You guys remember what we went over last week? That way we can probably pick up where we left off, or maybe add on to that. Take off another little branch there. There's
We were all over last week.
Illness.
See, in my notes, I have like
Headaches and
being
whatnot.
broken.
Okay, yeah,
rain, waterfall. Then we went into writing, texting.
Okay, yeah. Okay, okay.
It was a bird walk. Remember, we kind of just went wherever.
Yeah. Okay. Now I remember the waterfall was now it got me because to break something, we start off with illnesses. I got a headache. John had a headache. He wanted to know how to say I have a headache. So I went on the I'm sick. Hyuishash to begin with. Hyuishash. I'm sick pretty much. I'm not well. I'm hurting. I'm sick. Is what it pretty much translates to. I'm sick. Hyuishash. And it went on from there to all the other ones that, all the body parts that hurt, the different body parts that we have aches and pains with, we have chest pains. We don't really say like, oh, well, it's heartburn or anything, but you just got chest pains. Whether you've been doing push-ups forever and you've been using muscles in your chest area that haven't been using them, it hurts, you're sore in your chest area or internal. No, it's just chest pain. Hyuishash, iniqua. It's all in this general area. Now what? Your belly area. Not really referring to your stomach, that's internal. So you got different names for the different parts of the body inside. But now what is just the general area, your belly. Like I got a stomach hurt. I got a stomach ache. Hyuishash, what? All these different parts of the body that we get our aches and pains with, even the joints. It all starts with hyuishash. You're saying that what part of the body is hurting. And the more common one that's always been used, especially now, I would say now, with the somtach, hyuishash, somtach, everyone's got headaches. There's pandemics, messing with everybody's head, physically and mentally. It's your head's hurting from, either being isolated or just, you're so stuck in a routine for these years on things that you did year to year. Now you're just like, you slammed into a brick wall. You just can't do nothing. So yeah, so your brain's racking itself trying to figure out, now what can I do to keep myself busy, to keep myself occupied, keep my mind going. So yeah, it leads to headaches, stress. Hyuishash somtach. I got a headache. And that's a real common one. It's really common. It does hurt. Then it goes line moving over the different parts from the head. Well, not every part. That you're just headache in general. I don't know if you want to go through the different parts again. Shwa is your forehead. Tpish is either your cheek. It's just the S. It's just the SWA shwa. Yeah, forehead. Tpish. Tpish.
Glottal P.
Tpish. I think it's a barred eye. Tpish. No, on the after the T. Tpish. Tpish is either your face or your cheek. You're talking about the whole face or your cheek. Tpish. Then you got your achash, your eyes. Achash. Nushnu. Nush. Nushnu. Your nose. Um. Um. Actually, a barred eye. That's how they're spelling it, but that's where you get those differences. It sounds like an A to me, but then no, I'm not. No, there's only so things I can argue about with the dictionary. It's a barred eye in the dictionary. It's that's where you get the differences in how people say things. There's an or mouth. Maybe you slammed your. Oh, that's the one I was gonna ask about. Jaw, yeah, jaw. I forgot the word for jaw. My jaw hurts. Actually, let me see if I can catch him now. I just got off the phone with him earlier, so let's see if I can catch him now. He's got an appointment today, so hopefully he'll answer this time. Just my luck. He don't want to answer now. What a punk. Every time I need him, he don't answer. He question on a word. So again, I'll get back to you on the jaw part. But we'll go with down further with that. Your chin. Oh, there he is, right there. Cool. I'm not sure. I'll show you that. Everyone can see you.
Okay.
We got a question here on the body part here. And I don't know the name of it. Maybe you do. The word for the jaw.
Dang it. The double. Shoot. Let me feel this lips. Let me lash. Jeez. Oh yeah. Chantalas.
Chant.
Chanpas.
Is there an N in there?
Chan, Hatchek, ANMP. Yeah, it's not like Chan. It goes to the N to the M.
So it's had check ANM.
Yeah, somebody's calling here. Let me get back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Bawas.
Chambawas. Like that.
Yeah, he's talking on the phone right now with somebody else. Chanbawas. That's refers to the I forgot. See, these are some words that you just don't hear a lot. Like a chumpsha. It's chewing. Or a bit, biting. Chump. Again. Okay.
Yeah, that was big wave.
Okay. Yeah. So we're in class right now, and we're going over some of the body parts again, as we were doing last week. We got spaced out what we're doing, and we got a refresher here, saying talking about things that were hurting, aching. So hyuishash. So that it comes from the word chunp, the bite or chew.
Yeah.
Chun.
Is there an M or?
I don't think there's an
mishear
M in
you?
there. I don't think there's an M in there. Chunp.
Chunp.
Yeah, the way, listen up. I think there's an N in there. Chanpas.
No, not an N. M. M. I don't think there's an M
Okay,
in there. Chunp.
Chanpas.
E chumpsha. No.
A juncture.
Yeah, I don't think there's an M in there. It's not like an M. I think it's just a CANP. Chunp.
For what it's worth, that's what the dictionary has for biting.
Chunpawas.
Chunp.
Chunpawas.
Chunp.
So yeah, so we're oh yeah, your waist. Yeah, would that be tichish?
Huh?
Tichish?
Shish is your hips.
Oh, the hips. Okay.
Is your hip.
What's the waist?
Your waist is Inni is your torso. Inni, and your waist is
Just to get smarter here, your waist is shot.
shut.
So just don't put that down. I'm just joking. Waist, waist and a
Bodily weight.
that's bodily waste. Shot. just having fun. Sorry.
It's a nerd joke, right?
Yeah.
Width is when your whole body diameter. Width like when is like your whole circumference on your body. That's where you get the word width. Width. Width is all your whole like your wrap basically, almost like that. I can't think of the way straight off the bat. I haven't used the word. Roulette switch is your belt.
Yeah.
When you thing around your waist, a waistband. There's a word for that. I am drawing a blank on that one, and
Okay.
it's not even in the dictionary. Yeah? And that's one.
No, I don't
And
even.
that's one below.
I don't even. I never bring my dictionary to these things. I just try to go off the top of my head. Because there's just some things in there. It's just not listed in there. Some body parts are not even.
Yeah, I can't think of what it would be because you have well, let's switch is a belt, and there's another thing too that they call a cinture. cinture, and that has to do with
Wouldn't it be so I think just say you hear saying that word? Would it be is Stinch? Is Stinch?
cinture, CIN.
I know, but I'm saying the word the word what's
In
is
the back of the dictionary.
what's is Stinch? Can you hear me?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to you.
Me?
Yes. Is Stinch?
Stinch?
Is Stinch?
And that's the waist.
Oh, is it?
Cincher, what I'm talking about, is cinch is water potatoes.
Okay, that's right. That's why. Where was that? Where have I heard that word before? That word jumped in my head.
Yeah, cinch is water potatoes.
Okay. So I don't know. I'm not even hungry, so I'm not in the word for food popped in my head. I'm not hungry, so don't quote me on that. So that's the wrong word there. That's not a wrong word.
This one's the
Waist.
Mm-hmm. That's not it.
What is belly? What is belly? And it's the waist. Then is that the hips are tichish. Lunch is your upper leg, your thigh area. Hook, indeed. Hook.
What is that?
Now you're making me really think because I have a lot of body parts, whatever.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to get back to you on that one. That's actually a hat. That's a esh
Yes.
munch.
lunch.
Lunch is the thigh area.
Okay. Well, I see that you're driving, so I'll get back to you on that one. I don't want to get you in trouble driving.
Because when you eat drumsticks, the chicken drumsticks, yeah, lunch for lunch.
Actually, it's all wrong. The thigh, not the leg. It's the thigh.
It's just thigh.
Because the drumstick is actually the lower leg. It'd be the calf area, the drumstick.
Okay.
All right, so I'll get back to you on that one. I'm gonna continue on over here with these guys.
Okay. Alrighty. Now we're gonna try
Oh, what? Kiwi? What about? Is it kiwi?
At the lower.
Like kiwi.
Yeah. Your kiwi is like a kiwi. Round.
Yeah, kiwi. It's a K. It's a, but the CK.
Yeah.
Is it a Q or a K?
Kiwi. But is that the
Kiwi.
Kiwi. But the CK. Barred I. WI. Kiwi. Like kiwi, but kiwi.
but is that the whole waist or just the back part of it?
The
lower
whole,
back?
the whole waist.
Kiwi. Kiwi. Kayo. Tell him that. Kayo.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's a little something he just said. He said, "A kiwi will keep your kiwi kayu." So it's just a little fun with words there. We're fun on wordplay.
Wordplay.
So kiwi.
Kiwi. Kiwi. Kayo.
Yep. Kiwi will keep your kiwi kayu.
Keep your waist slim.
Kayu. Mm-hmm. The kiwi will keep your waist slim. Not that waist.
Oh, did it again.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dad.
No problem.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, we'll give you a call again.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having that. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Annie, on that one.
Yeah, that one was in the Yakima dictionary.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. See, there's things that our dictionary was pushed too fast. You know, we were still going through where there was a lot of additions that needed to be made.
It does have. It
There's a
does
lot of
have.
notes.
You first.
Yeah, there was things that we were going through even with the Nihawi students when we're before the draft, before the actual dictionary came out, we had drafts, and we're going through trying to get them going through words with them. We'd go through like pages, find out if that was correct or not, the definitions and the right word, spelling, and there were some typos that were fixed, and a lot of them weren't. And there was a lot of additions that didn't get added. So kiwi, yeah. Thanks for looking that up. Thanks for finding that. Yeah, kiwi.
So that is also in the Umatilla dictionary. It's just there. It says it's only the back part, as in the lower back. But it is the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. That's the thing that didn't get corrected. So all these in here, I would say these were probably the main ones. Ut, that's actually just there's no W on that. Ut. That's where you get the word for blanket. Utpas. The wrap around, the wrap. Utpas is a blanket. But outix, yeah. But I would say these are probably these are the ones where you use the term hyuishash, where we get a lot of pains, a lot of aches in them. They hurt. Hyuishash tish, so my hips hurt. Iniqua, my chest hurts. Now what? Utp would be, wouldn't really use that. If you have whole body aches, you can just say hyuishash, wow nukshash. Like your whole body just hurts. Wow nukshash. Stinch, I got that word mixed up, and that's actually a food. So you can just erase that. Lunch, we have our, our thighs do ache. We do a lot of walking. Outdicks, our calves. Kiwi. Koch, we went over koch, your knee. Koch.
Real quick before we keep going on, I think Meadow had a question.
Oh yeah. Tai, Mishnah.
If that's blanket, what's pillow?
Pillow. Khutatai.
Khutatai.
What the tie?
Khutatai.
What the tie?
Khutatai.
What the shamash?
Yeah. Khutatai. No, doing a lot of traveling in my younger years with my katla. That was two main things that I had to make sure I packed along on the van was a blanket and pillow. Try to make sure I had one because a lot of the places we went to go visit they had house full, so I wasn't sure if they had any spare for company. So they always had to make sure I had to pack my utpas ku khudadai, my blanket and pillow.
Ooh, like a U instead?
Kuch.
Ooh, ooh.
That's your knee. And kochs is your ankle. Kochs. And there should be X's instead of K's. Kochs. Yeah, your ankles. And again, we went over this a little bit last week. The whole adding on your if you got both ankles hurting and you want to say ma at the end, that's fine. Or you just want to say kochs, that's fine. It counts for just saying the word. It's it counts for both of them. I'm not gonna be a stickler on. You have to say achush for both eyes instead of just saying achush. I'm not gonna. It's not that important, I would say, to include the ma on it. It's not that necessary. That's the word. Close. We know what you're talking about. We know what you're saying. We can see. We can if you're rubbing both your ankles. Hyuishash close. And it's like, okay, we get the picture. It's nothing. Like, well, I'm not gonna sit there and correct you. Oh, you're saying that wrong. You say close, man. You're rubbing both ankles. No, that's no. I'm not gonna be that detailed to be that critical. There's no need for it. But hyuishash, hyuishash. That's what we dealt with last week. All those things that hurt, all these body parts that hurt. Hyuishash, samtach equal nawat, kiwi, wanch, tish, koch, kochs. Those are kupash, not kupash. Yeah, kupash. Your back hurts. Kupash. Your kamkas, your kashino. All these things that hurt. We do have aches and pains, especially now that we're getting older. It's starting to feel all these different things, and I'm like, wow, that's never hurt before. What's going on here? Never had a problem with this part. How come it's really hurting? And growing up, only thing I really had problem with, body wise, was my knee, my left knee. And that was been with me since like 11 years old, 12 years old, and it still gives me problems now and then, but not as bad as it was in my growing times. It really hurt, ached. And that was my only real ailment, that get me down. Other than growing pains, but my left knee was my main problem. So I was that word. I was using that word a lot. Then I get smarty. My dad would get smarty with me and say, "My knee hurts," and he would, that word, "my knee," and I'd say, "My knee hurts." I don't know. I don't know how you did it. I don't know what happened. It's your knee, not mine. I looked at him. I thought, what are you talking about? I just saying my knee hurts. Well, I'm saying I don't know how. It's your knee. I'm not. I wasn't one walking with your leg. I finally caught on after a bunch of times. Like, you're stupid. So I had to really be, I had to be specific. I'd say that. Now, hyuishash. He goes, okay, now I get you. I was like, all right. Yeah. Make you jump through a bunch of hoops trying to figure out what you're talking about. So the my knee is how. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't know. It took me a while to figure it out. But hyuishash, dealing with all these body parts, hyuishash, it all stems from the word just I'm sick. I'm not well. I'm not feeling well. I'm hurting. Hyuishash. Then I get to the parts where it starts saying that this hurts, that hurts. Some other ones will teach you different ways of really, different parts of your body, really detailed in their phrasing. And it would be they would say the whole word would be like in me slamtach payuisha. It's my head, it's hurting. Ipayuisha. And that's it's really it's specific. It's hurt. It's your my head is hurting. But you say hyuishash, slamtach. It's same thing. You just taking out one word. If you're writing it down, you're saved on writing while leaving out a word.
Because you told us last time, it's the whole shash that carries the my part, right?
It's actually that last part, the ash is the just the ash.
Shash.
Yeah, that's the I, that's the mind. I takes that. It comes from the word nash.
Also, we've got less than a minute. If we get kicked off, just join back.
Yeah, if we get kicked off, join back in. We'll continue on. And